Hey there, all you fine YouTube people, internet folks. How's it going? Sinister Minister, another road vlog. This one will probably be pretty quick, but I'm on my way to see my therapist, and I just thought I'd talk briefly about therapy and love to hear some comments from people, what they think about it. I've actually been seeing a therapist once a week, probably well over a year. It's my second therapist. The first one I went to was a really old guy, and I couldn't, I just found it difficult to talk to. I mean, he was really old and decrepit is a good way. I mean, he was like on canes and crutches, and he might have been great at what he did, but he was just outside of my my understanding for just comfort level. So I found a really nice lady and more closer to my age, and I've been seeing her for now over a year. And it's good. I go once a week, and I think therapy's really been really beneficial to me. I mean, sometimes I feel like it's just I'm paying somebody to listen to me bitch, but she's actually helped me out a lot and helped me look at things a little differently. And I got sometimes I got really bizarre scenarios and stuff going on, and things in my head, and I need somebody to help straighten them out. It's therapy. I mean, what can you say, really? I mean, it's pretty typical. You sit and you talk to somebody, for about 45 minutes or whatever. But like I said, it's very beneficial. Depending on your situation. In my personal situation, I don't have any friends. I don't have anybody around. I don't have any family around. All my family's passed away, immediate family. So I don't have anybody like that to go to. Same with my wife. Her family's all, her parents are passed away like mine, and her her couple siblings that she has have disconnected themselves from our lives. So yeah, I mean, and I'm in a band, and I have a few, guys in bands, my band members that I do talk to, but, it's, unfortunately, it's more of a work kind of scenario, not extremely personal, although I'm pretty close with my singer, which is nice, but he's busy with his life, and I'm busy with mine and stuff, but, so I don't have any, friends. I had friends years ago, and they just kind of fell by the wayside, which I think can happen, if they're not really good friends. And clearly I thought these were, but they weren't. So, it's difficult day to day, especially, you could have a girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband, whatever, but sometimes you need somebody else to talk to. And it's not a difference of opinion. It's just you need someone else to talk to. It's kind of nice just having somebody else to talk to. I don't know how else to say it. So I really enjoy therapy in that regard. I'm still working out a lot of my mental issues. I've been taking an SSRI, Brintlex, for 9 months, not 8 months, roughly 8 or 9 months, not quite a year. I also see a psychiatrist who prescribes me the Brintlex, but I only see her every 3 months. And, I'm sure if you're watching this, the difference. Psychiatrists are those, they're prescribing medicine, and they're concerned about how the medicine's affecting you. They're concerned about how you're feeling and, what's going on and stuff like that. But they're certainly more concerned about the medicine side of things. Whereas the therapist is more concerned about, talking and working out your issues, and they obviously don't prescribe medicine or anything like that, and give you other types of tools to help deal with your issues. which, hell, we all have issues, and I believe everybody could use some therapy. I mean, it's not like, I don't think it's like embarrassing or humiliating or anything like that. I obviously openly talk about it. I got no problem with it. But I've always been curious about other people's views on it, because it's gotten a mixed bag of concerns. Some people think it's beneficial. Some people think it's probably bullshit. I'm of the more the people thinking that it's beneficial. At least in my situation, obviously I went through a couple therapists too, to be total. But like my first one, he was good, but I just didn't feel like he could relate to me because he was like in his 70s and came from a different generation, different mindset. Whereas this lady, she's obviously a lot closer to my age, and seems to understand me a lot better, and and I can understand her, because we're closer in age, and I think that's really makes a difference. And my psychiatrist, she's closer to my age. She's older than me, but she's not by much. But again, she's more about the medicine than the conversations and the other ways to deal with stress, anxiety, depression, frustrations, all that good stuff. But yeah, I do love therapy. And unfortunately, if you're lucky, your insurance will cover it, and then it's not as expensive because these therapists and whatnot, they're kind of pricey, very expensive. This is decaffeinated roasted dandelion root tea. It's my favorite. I love my dandelion root tea. I suggest you try some. It'll make you feel good, and it helps with your digestion. But this is not a tea vlog. This is a vlog about therapy. So, yeah, fortunately my therapist too is only about 10 minutes from my house. So it's convenient. And yeah, I've been seeing her once a week. To be honest, if I could afford it, I'd see her twice a week probably. And I do mean that. I would go twice a week. Just because it's very helpful to me. I feel it's very comforting and very beneficial. There was a time where I was having trouble with my insurance, and I thought I might not be able to go see my therapist, and I actually got really anxious, really upset about that, because I truly enjoy this time. I look forward to it every week. I usually go, my appointments are on Wednesday at 3 p.m. So I get, mid-afternoon break, middle of the week. So it just, it works for me. I mean, I'd love to know comments, below if other people have found, help going to a therapist, or if they've gone to one and didn't like it, why they didn't like it, or why they feel it didn't work out. I'm just curious, because, it's not the answer. I gotta be honest. It's not like that's the answer. Obviously, I'm seeing a therapist. I see a psychiatrist. I'm on, an SSRI. I do yoga, and I do I try to do all kinds of things to help relax. So obviously the therapy on its own is not a cure-all or a one-all, fix-all or whatever. But it's, again, I think, it's like anything else. It's like admitting you have a problem. You have to accept, admit that you say, yes, I do need this kind of help, or I could benefit it, or I'm willing to try, and not, be overwhelmed with any of these stigmas or anything, or feel like it's embarrassing or humiliating or anything. Believe me, there's far worse things embarrassing and humiliating that you can do. I've done them. That you can do short of, seeing a therapist, talking to somebody. It's not, there's a lot of celebrities, a lot of famous people, That's my damn. I forgot to mute my phone. I usually mute my phone. It's my damn text going off. So there's a lot of famous people and stuff that have talked about the benefits of that. The one thing I've been trying to get into, I'm not going to talk deeply on it, is meditation. I've tried to meditate, and I've even looked into TM, transcendental meditation, and I really would love to get into it. I don't know if I've met with the right, I've never really met with anybody, or maybe I need to meet with the right person, or be guided in a certain way. But I'd really like to start doing on a regular basis some meditation. I think that would really be beneficial. The few times that I did, I really felt good about it. It's kind of tough in my house now because I have a kid and he likes to yell and scream a lot. And there's always something going on, it seems like. Geez, this road's pretty bumpy. So yeah, I'd like to try meditation as yet another additional thing to try, to see if that would also help. Excuse me for muting my phone. So yeah, I don't know. I'd love to hear people comment about that too. Meditation. Sometimes I'll put a vlog out, kind of fishing for other people's opinions and stuff. It's not necessarily, an in-depth discussion about my personal experience. Because I'm not going to get into personal discussions I have with my therapist. That's why I go to therapy. I got private discussions between me and her, nobody else. But it is, I can't talk very generally and pretty vaguely about the benefits. But, but I'm curious about simply if other people have found the same help in that, or if they, or more so, if they found a combination of things. Whereas I'm seeing a therapist, psychiatrist, and taking SSRIs, and if some people found, say they went to a therapist and just did meditation and found that was all they needed, and that helped them, feel a lot better about themselves and get through the days easier, and all that stuff. So I just wonder, I can't help but wonder, and all I can do is put a video out there asking people, to provide, to comment, and let's, get engaging. I don't know how many people will see this video. It seems I get a few views. Hopefully that'll grow. Hopefully people find these vlogs fairly helpful, and if nothing else, somewhat entertaining. I like to keep them somewhat lighthearted, but some of the topics will be serious topics, and but even with that, I try to make them pretty lighthearted. So nonetheless, I've already arrived at my destination, which is semi-secret, so I won't divulge it, so you cannot stalk me. But anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you're having a good day. It's obviously pretty rainy and wet and miserable out here in Northeast Ohio. End of October, and the weather stinks. So all right, well, have yourselves a great day, and you know what? We'll be seeing you real soon.